Looking at the circuit now, and you can see just how complex it is. 18 corners, you can see the contours from that 3D graphic. It really is a challenging circuit, and now even more so with the rain coming down. It really is.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, as we said yesterday, the TV pictures really don't show the undulation of this Suzuka circuit. It's almost built into the side of a valley, and boy, if there was some brilliant curves, this place has got it. And it is, of course, Akira Ziz who starts from pole. Pirapong Lubin Peng in second on the number 24 machine. Wayu Naguro third, and that is your last man on the front row of the grid. Row 2 is Agung Fakrul. Fifth on the grid is Satya Mahendra, and keep an eye on him on the number 570 machine because he is one to watch. Hazik Fariz starts out of sixth position, and boy, he can make the most of that if he tries very hard. McKinley Cole Paz, a front runner, always got to keep an eye on him in seventh. Eighth is Adib Rossley, and of course the SCK Honda Racing Team rider Gum Mi, best qualifying for him in a while too. Had that crash yesterday. Wawa Mwello, yesterday's winner from 10th on the grid. Qualifying doesn't matter. Rosman Saeed in 11th, and 12th is Effendi Rosley on the number 36 machine. He's always up near the front. Row 5 starts out with Shahrul Amin on his SND Factory Racing Rapido machine, and boy, they had a good day yesterday. Uzi Honda Racing's Ayman Asman from 14th. 15 is Trilixana, a good ride from him yesterday to get on the podium. Fernando Masato showed glimpses yesterday too. Ashif Razali in 17th position. Ahmed Fazli Sham, he was also up near the front on his one XOX machine. 19th is Richie Taraya on the Proliner 549 machine. One XOX rider, Fazil Sekri Sabri from 20th, and Mohamed Murabal Vitoni 157 from 21. Gupta Kresna from 22nd won the race yesterday next to Travis Hall. What's Travis Hall thinking about that? He's thinking, I'll have a go too. Amaral Arif Musa in 24th on the grid on his Honda for the Uzi Honda Racing Team. It's Hakimi Radun for the Hi-Rev SCK team in 25th. 26th is Azat Radun and Nugundu Tan 27th. 28th is Izat Zaidi, and of course 99, the Nungvu Tan from the Honda Racing Vietnam.
Yeah, and what we can see just running through, as you were running through the grid there, Steve, was that nobody from the first three rows...
Gupta Kresna didn't make it. He didn't get out. His bike was not ready. So disappointed for him and the SND team after the job they did yesterday.
So disappointed for Gupta. He was really on form this weekend. I spoke to him on Thursday, and he was you could tell he was really ready.
Now, you were telling me he even got the lap record yesterday.
He did, yeah. He broke his own lap record that he set last year. Last year he had a third race one, first in race two, and a new lap record. Yesterday, first position and another new lap record. And he's an experienced rider, a two-times champion. He'd have gone well in the wet here. Very, very disappointing for Gupta Kresna.
You just see all the riders heading up to the grid now. You can see that's Lugaro on the blue machine there, and Shahrul Amin just next to him. Just getting ready. Last little bit of warming up. 5 laps. These guys know that it's going to be a very important race. Not too many people had any issues. So the one thing I will say about this track, when it's wet, the grip is usually pretty good.
Yeah, and just a quick fun fact before as the good final riders line up, is that nobody from the first 3 rows finished on the podium yesterday.
That is a fun fact. I'm sure that the first 3 rows will be trying to put that right today.
They certainly will, particularly the first 2 on the grid, Akira Ziz and Pirapong Lui Bin Peng.
Well, Akira Ziz is definitely a podium contender, and one that you would expect to be up there. I'm sure he's going to give it everything he's got in this wet weather race, but it will be a completely different composure to what we saw yesterday. We are about to go racing for the Underbone 150s, race 2 here at Suzuka, round 4. The red flag is out. We are nearly in the starters' hands, and this delayed race is about to be underway. The red lights are on. They're holding them, but they're away. And once again, it is Akira Ziz who gets a good start, as does Mahendra on the left-hand side of the screen. It looks like it could be the number 570 machine that's going to shoot into the lead, into turn 1 here. They're all dipping in. There's Adib Rosley in the back of the field too.
Yeah, I think that's Oldie that went through. Terrible start for Pirapong Lui Bin Peng from the middle of the front row. He went backwards at the start.
Well, the thing is that some of these guys are really good in the wet and others struggle. And you can see that looks like that is Adib Rosley right up there in 4th position at the moment. So he did get an absolute cracker of a start.
And he'll be looking for a good result because, of course, he didn't finish yesterday's race along with his teammate.
Yeah, so he's put himself into the perfect position at the moment. But
Across the river.
Yeah, there's that big river there. They hit that one pretty much upright, but there is one halfway around this Dunlop corner that they do need to be careful of. So the front runners are all up there at the moment. Agung Fakrul is another one that's up there, but we have got a faller. A faller early on.
One of the YY Pang machines.
Yeah, it is. That's not sure.
I couldn't see that.
Looks like a Honda Vietnam machine that went down there. But it is Mahendra who leads the way at the moment, heading in and up the inside. What a brave move.
Yeah, that's the other Cardinals bike there.
Yeah, good move by him to be up there. Pirapong Lubin Peng is dropped right out of this. He was up near the front, but from the start, but you can see him about 3 or 4, 5, 10 bikes back at the moment. But it is Mahendra who leads at the moment. Yeah. As he's tucked in down the straight. Now, normally we see lots of slipstreaming through here, but it doesn't look like anybody's too keen to be leading at the moment.
Oh, it's a nice move up the inside there from Adib Rosley.
Yeah, Adib Rosley's got a lot of confidence in his machine at the moment.
Yeah.
As they get tucked in, heading down, and Adib Rosley gets a great drive onto the back straight there, and puts himself up into 2nd position. Looks like he's going to nick by for 3rd as well. But, of course, is Nugaro just on the left-hand side there. And, he's on the right. And the number 69 is Agung Fakrul on the yellow machine there, who takes the lead at the moment. So a really good start to this race by him. He was pretty competitive in the dry yesterday too.
Yeah, he was. And this race, understandably, a little less bunched up. A little less frenetic. Of course, it has been shortened to 5 laps. So there'll be 4 laps to go after they cross the line this time. So let's see the order as they come over.
It is Thakral in 2nd and Adib Rosley. Oh, we've got a faller. It looks like there's something wrong with the back end of that machine. It's the 10X machine. That's Zachary Sabri who's gone down there. Unfortunately for him, but Adib Rosley in 2nd. It is Fakrul who's leads the way from Lugaro in 3rd, and 4th is, of course, the number 570 machine of Aldi Satya Mahendra. Boy, he's been competitive all weekend. But Adib up the inside. What a great ride by the RCB Ascent Y Yamaha machine.
Yeah, he's the most confident looking of those riders at the front there.
YY Pang need to have a good day today because they didn't have one yesterday. So in exactly the right position that they need to be at the moment.
Yeah, it was a shocker of a day for that team yesterday. And you see McKinley Carl Paz. I think I can see him in 7th or 6th position now.
Yesterday's winner, Wawan Wello's in that group as well. He's just on the back of this group at the moment, but it is Adib Rosley who seems to have the pace. And the wet weather certainly has stretched the group out. We normally have groups of 20 riders, but we're going to have to be content with 10 or 15 in this one.
Yeah, and there are 6 there at the front that just look a little bit more comfortable in these conditions. And look at that. Is that Mahendra going up the inside into the hairpin?
It's Nugaro. He's a very good way. Nugaro from the Yamaha Racing Indonesia team. Very good on the brakes, but Adib Rosley tries to nip up the inside now.
Yeah, Adib's having none of that.
They are still not scared to get near the white lines either, just tipping in on those white lines over the chicane there. But Adib Rosley up the inside and into Spoon Curve. You've got to be so careful into this one, Barry. It's very easy to lose the front end, but he managed to hold it together.
Yeah, it's a nice line there.
The problem for the 150s as they head onto this back straight is that you can almost guarantee whoever leads onto that back straight will not be leading it by the time they get to the next turn, which is an important one, of course. That's turn 15.
Yeah, I think Adib was telling people to stay behind him for some reason.
Yeah, well, that's never going to happen, is it? But it is Agung Fakarul, who's up near the front there on the number 69 machine. He just in fourth. He dropped back to fourth, but Adib Rosley, the bravest man in the wet through that turn 15.
Yeah, Mahendra staying there in the front three as well. Adib just moved to the outside then.
Oh, some
Nugroho
riders
coming up to the inside into that hard chicane.
Yeah, well, the group is starting to close up, isn't it? So good to see. But as they head tucked in behind the screen, it is the number 89, Wayu Lugaro, who leads the way. But look at Adib Rosley. He got a brilliant drive out of the last corner there.
Looks like there's not much wrong with that bike today.
No, certainly going well. He will be kicking himself. The team will be very disappointed about yesterday. What could have been? Is that Shahril Amin is there now on the back of that group too. Oh, we've got a faller. Got a faller, not quite sure which one that is at the moment.
No, can't see that one.
But we will find out. It's either an SND bike or an SCK bike. Could be
an SCK, I think.
Yeah, well, we will bring you the news on who that is as soon as we find out. But unfortunately, for one of those teams, it's all over.
Yeah, a little jump ahead there by Adib Rosley.
Yeah, he's certainly not too worried about the wet conditions here. You can just see a little bit of movement there for him, though. He's really pushing these wet weather tyres to the limit around this Suzuka circuit.
Yeah, always good to see him doing well. One of the real characters in this paddock. You're never quite sure which Adib Rosley's going to turn up, but we've got the best of him today in these wet conditions, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing a fantastic job out front. Last time through, he did a 251.4. Oh, we've got a faller. Oh, not sure who that was, but that was one of the front runners. Oh, we've got two or three riders down.
Three bikes down.
Oh, no. We've got three riders down. One of them's getting ready. It looks like they're all moving. One of the machines there, can't quite see the number.
I'm not sure the rider's just got his leg caught under the bike.
Well,
hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, well, they'll attend to him. They'll be getting to him as soon as possible. But that certainly has split the group up, and it is Adib Rosley now out front with a very commanding lead in this one. But you can see how pear-shaped things can get, and it's a kid as is. Yes, he's sitting up now, that rider. It's let's just see if we can see what happens. Oh, boom! The first S&D bike. I think it was an S&D bike. Still couldn't quite see the numbers to tell you who that was, but it is a kid, Aziz, who finds himself now from nowhere yesterday into second position. How quickly things can change. SND not going to have the same day that they had yesterday today.
No, yesterday was fantastic for them, first, second and fourth. Today looks like they're not going to have a single finish.
Well, it looks like yellow was an unlucky colour today because they've all gone, the SCK bikes, the SND bikes. But back up front, it's Fazli Sham who's joined the party with the number 13, Akid Aziz, from one of the Uma racing machines there. Mahendra is in the back of that group too. McKinley Cole Paz is there in the background looking to pick up the pieces as well.
Yep, and good to see Fazli Sham, although not surprising.
Look how nervous Mahendra's machine is there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The number 570 certainly moving around a lot. The thing with riding in the wet, Barry, is that if you can get your knee on the ground, which these riders are doing, as soon as you get your knee on the ground, it gives you a lot of confidence. So that's why these riders are striving to get that knee down on the ground. It's like a triangle effect. It makes you feel better.
Yeah, yeah, almost like three wheels on your wagon.
Absolutely.
I saw Adib's bike moving around a bit earlier as well, but that he hasn't backed off at all.
No, well, Adib, a 250.9 last time round. But keep an eye on Ahmed Fazli Sham because he's the fastest man on track. He did a 249.3. So with a couple of laps left to go, there is an opportunity for Fazli Sham to do something special here. If not win the race, get himself onto the podium.
Yep, and you'd never bet against him doing that anyway.
No, well, he threatened to do it yesterday. It wasn't to be, but it was certainly up there, and you can be assured that he can give it everything he's got. 4 different teams in the top 4 at the moment as we head into almost the final lap. We're at the chicane with 1 lap to go after this one.
Yeah, and I can see Wayuaji Trilaksana. I was just looking for him. He's down in 15th position. So that was after his 3rd place finish yesterday, and of course 2016 Underbone champion. That's not a terrific result for him.
Just saw something fly off or get hit by Dib Rosley there. Perhaps his knee slider on the right-hand side went barreling through the dirt on the right-hand side of the circuit there. Not sure what that was, but it hasn't seemed to have affected him. Mahendra's proven to be good in these wet conditions.
Yeah, he's been there right from the start, close to the front, and it looks like they might be closing up a little bit on Adib.
Absolutely. It's at where he needs to be. Good for the championship, this for Kid Aziz too. He said that he needed to get a good result. He's put himself in that position with Wawanwelo probably not picking up any points this time out. This is going to be good for him. He will be aiming for that 25 points, and Adib Rosley's been eaten up down that back straight. And it's a Kid Aziz now, but Kid Aziz breaks too early, but up the inside it's Mahendra, who's braver than everybody. Do they think this is the last lap?
I was going to say, last lap rehearsal.
Yeah, well, Mahendra's definitely very strong and good on the drive out of that corner. This is the place of the racetrack where you're going to win or lose.
Yeah, well, that was a good rehearsal for the last lap. Let's see what Mahendra can do.
Well, he knows that he's strong on the brakes there, but perhaps everybody was toying with him. The RCB team there with everything crossed.
Having a poke back.
Look how nervous Mahendra's bike is there.
Again.
He certainly must have it set up very nimble, and you can see that by the way he takes those tighter lines. Seems to turn a little bit tighter with less lean angle, and the last thing you want in the wet is lean angle. So the team have probably worked hard to get that bike set up for these conditions. But it's a Kid Aziz now in 4th position. Fazli Sham is in the back there. But Adib Rosley, he's led more than he hasn't. Adib Rosley, the one to watch. But he knows he's probably not in the best position at the moment. If he's in this position leading onto the back straight, he is in big, big trouble. He'll be trying everything that he can to get a break. And he does. He gets 2-3 bike lengths at the moment. He's got to keep that pace up.
Yeah, this is an inspired ride by Adib Rosley. He's well overdue a good result.
Well, he's so close now, but as we know, it's not always guaranteed. There's still half a lap to go. Mahendra, once again, strong on the brakes, pulls him in.
Yeah, those two lads at the front, you can see the inspiration
Fazli
there.
Sham takes to the dirt.
No, he kept it pinned. He's coming back.
Well, he's got a bit of work to do to get up to the front free. Mahendra, we know how hard he is on the brakes, but he can't do it there. Fazli Sham rejoins the back of that group. He is good too on the brakes.
Yeah, little gap back there to a Kid, and Fazli having a little snap at him from behind.
So, with about 2 or 3 corners or 4 corners left to go of this race, Adib Rosley's saying to himself right now, well, here we go. Things are about to get serious, and they certainly are, because we've got 4 people on track going for the podium. That doesn't go. One of these guys is going to miss out. Adib Rosley with a wide line to get a good drive onto that back straight. Takes the perfect line. Mahendra thinks I'm in the best position, but Fazli Sham is all on the gas nice and early. It looks like he's in the best spot to get the slipstream.
And let's remember we got the clever Akid Aziz in that group too.
Akid Aziz, you're right. He can't do it though. He hasn't come through yet, but it is Fazli Sham who leads into turn 15. But he hasn't got any room. It's going to come down to for Adib Rosley's missed out on that one. He's going to have to be deep on the brakes. Everybody will be waiting. Who will brake first? We head into the chicane. It is Fazli Sham. Mahendra takes the inside line. What a great ride by him. He gets through. He's on the gas. He's already waving that he's got the victory. But get tucked down. What a great ride by the number 570. Mahendra wins this one. And what a fantastic result for the Yamaha Racing Indonesia team. Takes victory from Adib Rosley.
What a brilliant ride by Mahendra. He was a rider that looked like he believed he could win right from the off. Adib Rosley did too, and he did well to come back to second.
Well, absolutely. That was a brilliant result for the Yamaha Racing Indonesia team. And look how happy they are. Celebrating in the rain. They won't be worried that they haven't got umbrellas up, will they?
Absolutely not. And, of course, Ahmad Fazli Sham, the clever senior statesman there in 3rd position. And Akid Aziz, another hatful of points for finishing 4th.
Yeah, still not bad for Akid Aziz, though. Although he missed out on the podium, he is, you know what, they picked up a good bag of points, which is what he needed to do to move himself up towards Wawanwelo in that championship chase. So good result. I think it worked out brilliantly for everybody out there. Big losers, Wawanwelo. He didn't pick up any points at one of the bikes that crashed out in this race.
And of course the entire SND team.
Yeah.
Because they jumped to the top of the team standings yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
And now they haven't had a single finish. So.
Well, yeah. Good to Koresna didn't even start the race.
Exactly.
Well, from victory to sorrow in one night's sleep, unfortunately for the S&D team. But I tell you what, the Yamaha Racing Indonesia team have got a lot to celebrate. A brilliant job for them, as do the RCB Yamaha YY Pang team, who had a bad day yesterday, but Adib Rosley, who led most of that race, gets second position. So hats off to him too. And Ahmed Fazli Sham, who looked yesterday to be so promising on the 1XOX machine. He pulled it off today, got that third place.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from him. And the other YY Pang rider is that Zaidi. Came in 11th position. Fernando Masato and McKinley Carl Paz were 12th and 13th, the two Filipinos. Mohamed Marabil Vitoni was 14th, and Nguyen Vutan was 15th. So that's a good result for Honda Racing Vietnam.
Absolutely, and also a good result for Dunlop because everybody seemed to have plenty of grip out there. The tyres looked like they were working brilliantly for the team. So a good job by everybody that brings and prepares these bikes to the grid. It is Aldis Satya Mahendra who wins this one for Yamaha Racing Indonesia, with Adib Rosley in second position. Ahmed Fazli Sham takes that third place on the podium. Akita Ziz in fourth. A good result after yesterday for him. Effendi Rosley, the number 36 machine, he's also good in fifth position. Rosaman Said in sixth position. Pirapong Lubin Peng, who we saw yesterday performing well for a while, good seventh place for him. Richie Taraya in eighth position from the Proliner 549 Kibachi Racing team. 14 seconds adrift, but nevertheless a good result. Picking up some pretty valuable points. Ninth finisher was Hazik Fariz for the Uma Racing team. MD Fitri Razali, of course, in 10th. Azet Zaidi in 11th. Fernando Masato, who showed glimpses of promise throughout the weekend. 12th, Kinley Mikhail Paz. 13th, Mohamed Vitoni in 14th. Nguyen Vu Tan from Vietnam in 15th, who picks up a point. That's good for him. And it's Amrul Mutha in 16th. 17th is Wayu Aji Trilaksana, who got a podium yesterday. Ayman Azman 18th. Travis Hawley, Australian, moves up to 19th. Lugaro in 20th.
Thunderbolt 150cc Race 2. Coming in third place today, Ahmad Fazli Sham from 1XOX TKKR SAG Racing Team. In second place, Muhammad Adib Rosli from RCB Asen Wire Yamaha YY Pang Racing Team. And today's Thunderbolt 150cc Race 1 winner, Aldi Satya Mahendra from Yamaha Racing Indonesia. Also, the best team today, Yamaha Racing Indonesia, to join the riders on the podium. And we will now stand for the national anthem of Indonesia. We'll now like to invite Mr. Hiroyuki Shiozu, the Director of the Facility General Manager of Suzuka Circuit, to present the riders with their trophies. Coming in third place today from Malaysia, Ahmad Fazli Shah. In second place from Malaysia, Muhammad Adib Rosli. And today's race winner from Indonesia, Aldi Satria Mahendra. And the best team award today goes to Yamaha Racing Indonesia. We'll now have a group photography session.
Well, if you thought that was exciting, you better join us after the break because we are coming back with more action from Suzuka with the Asia Production 250s. We will see you soon.